Hello everyone. If you're just tuning in, what you're looking at is part of my lab to produce the Megamousterizer that you so much love for so many years. Now, after 25 years is not only has been my celebration, but if you're aware of and you do get little samples as this one right here. This is one of the nice samples. There's been many different samples throughout the years. There are these little samples in a pink little bag. So, like I said, if you're getting or you know the product, this is a video that you may want to watch, and this is how I package and a slight introduction on how I make it. Now, as you can see very clearly in this area over here, this is where the actual production of the Megamousterizer starts, and that is creating different essential oils from different herbs that are a major ingredient in the product. Now, this is basically the Scargon Megamousterizer that has many different names the last 25 years. So, excuse me, because I'm going to be using the one that I use the most, the name that I've used the most. Nevertheless, this is what you are going to be looking at, the finished product, after I have done much of this. These are not all the ingredients. And these are not all the oils that I do use in a distillation process. Some of them are in a distillation process as from here, and some are from a different distillation process from here. So right now I'm not going to go into it. There's many videos on the different types of distillation processes and essential oils extraction. Okay, so what this video is, I'm going to package my limited edition box. Now, I already done the hard work, and that is putting the labels. Now, these boxes I really love is because you have a wooden, I think it's wooden cardboard like material. And basically has a nice, beautiful, soft, and as you can see, I already put the label. That is the label approved by Health Canada. If you cannot read it, do not worry. That is just in a cosmetic Latin, just by their way of communicating. And sorry for the delay there. I was thinking of something else. And of course, the logo. If you're very famous, if you're very known, that this is my famous logo. Now you can see this. It's not the most beautiful print. I haven't learned how to use the printer, but this is, yes, I do print my own labels, as you can see right here. Sometimes if I didn't have the label printer, I did get from the Vista print, but I do like these labels that I just finished printing. Now, this one I do get it in, I do get it overseas. It's basically my ribbon that it has my company name on it to make it much more attractive and beautiful to look at. I already cut to the measurement, so we're going to just make one. We're going to fill it, we're going to make it, we're going to seal it right here in front of you. So now you see this jug is one of my favorite. I know it's a coffee. I try not to mix because, and no matter what, there's going to be cinnamon. Now the cinnamon, it is very important in production of the Megamousterizer. One of the major reasons is because they are the ingredients, and you will always get a little bit of cinnamon even if I don't shake it. Now, the best part about this is that the bottles, these are glass bottles, I love the fact that they're glass. They are basically lined so that, oh, one of the things that I love about this container is I just have to turn it the right, perfect. And this will not make me drip on anything or lose any product. Now, sometimes I overfill it, but nevertheless, these gold bottles are really like is I went through the test. The gold color is on the outside, so it protects the product from the light. At the same time, being beautiful to look at. Then at the same time, it's glass, so we have a beautiful glass container. Apologize that I'm trying to see to make sure that I don't overflow it and not underfill it. You say, well, why don't you measure it? Well, I would have if I was doing it by myself here. Now, another thing that, like I said, once this is all done and filled, and I can see that it is filled, the glass bottle, what I really like is because, just like about oils, you want to keep them in, and you see, I did it, overfilled it, by a lot. So this is why baby wipes are really handy to have. So nevertheless, this is, you get to see the real action, and done at the real time here. Now, the best part about these labels are oil proof. And that's why I liked when I did print them compared to the other ones that are not. Baby wipes are the only thing that seem to be really effective in basically getting all the oil without leaving a residue on the bottle and anywhere. Now, now another thing while I'm on the subject of labels, these ones too are really nice labels. This is the roll-on. Now, this is the refilling bottle for the roll-on, and the roll-on is refillable. It comes apart. And all the roll-ons, including the sample roll-on, they do come apart, okay? So you want to be able to refill them. This is one of the best thing about the environment packaging reduction, because you get to have the refillable, like in this situation right now. And again, let's get a couple more. Don't mind me, I'm over cleaning, but I like to have it completely, absolutely spotless. And now that we have it completely nice and clean, we take the box and make sure that it's nice and tight, and we place it right in there. Okay. Now, this is the tricky part with this ribbon, because this ribbon is not the easiest thing to do. So, I try to have at least a little bit of colorful tape when I can. So let me just cut a bit of that. Now, the fact of the ribbon, like I said, is I like the fact the way it looks, makes it look very luxurious. In my younger years, I've seen this done in many of the, oh shoot, this one is, okay, this one, yeah, it's not the right angle. I've seen it done in many cosmetics, high-end cosmetics. My mother used to buy it, and so now I can't see any beautiful packaging without it, and that's why even my roll-on, I go through the trouble of doing this. Now I sometimes have to make sure I get it in the right spot, but Now another thing about this tape is not the most adhesive, like the what I was looking for, tape. So first I'm gonna have to do it like this, and hopefully, now as you can see, I try to get it so it looks the best as possible. And then get the actual tape and finish the trim. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure you can see it because I can't see if you can see it. And I try not to look at my videos. I know some of them are not absolutely perfect, some of them are horrendous, but if I were to look at my videos, then none of my videos would ever make it. Because I would always find something wrong with them and I wanted to remake them and redo them. So over here in this case, so I can keep the case of the actual, and there we go, like this. And try to keep it straight as possible. And yeah, basically this is it. Okay, so now the other thing that I need to do is to finish this is I have to have the bag right here to place it in. And this again is a very tricky part. I'm gonna place it in here. And this is where the, now after I'm gonna be putting the barcodes. Oh. Don't tell me this one is short. Maybe let's try it this way. I said these are the limited editions, so I don't pack many of these. Guess we're going to have to do it this way. No other way around it. Okay. So, another thing that as you can see, I have, the problem is finding the exact size of bags with this particular bottle. Okay, so again, now this is hoping that I have some of this other tape here to kind of help me initially, and then this is basically a way of sealing and making it as pretty as I possibly can. As I mentioned earlier. So, you know, they're not going to be absolutely perfect because, like I said, I'm doing them by hand. So, initially, it's actually going to look crappy until I tighten everything. Now, I could just send it to Amazon in a poly bag, like they always say, just put it in a poly bag. But, you know, I like to have a little bit of gift looking appearance. So what I'm going to do now here is I'm going to take this extra and I'm going to put it up here. Tape it all up here, so then when I do shrink it, it will shrink too. Now this tape seems to be doing a good job because it's a bit of, you know, the gift wrapping tape. So it's much more made. It has a little bit of much more firmness. But when it comes to the ribbon, it does not do a really good job at all. So this is why I have this. So hopefully, and like I said, this is why my packaging is not absolutely perfect, because this is how I do it. Each and every individual ones. Last year I sold over 83 units, and these were only 4 of these in the entire company. So yeah, the year for a year is the limited edition packaging. Now this is fantastic as a gift. because at the end of the day, it doesn't really have, and even the other one I make, doesn't really say what it is. You know, a Megamousterizer turkey neck roll-on or turkey neck kit or the Megamousterizer refilling bottle. It really doesn't have any of that. Now, as you can see, this is basically the part, and I'm gonna put a couple of handmade stickers, one at the top, one at the bottom. Oh, I should have had those at the bottom. As you can see, some of them are not identical. In my packaging, that should have been at the bottom, like I always do. I might have to remake it again. It depends on how it's going to show up. Nevertheless, this is the heater. You're looking at it. That does a really good job in shrink wrapping it. Does not take much power. Now the part of the shrink wrap, like I said, you want it to be I want it to be as good as I possibly can. Since it is, even if it is made by hand, I wanted to still have the appearance of a professional packaging. Now, if you are my regular clients from my market, you probably know that I did not have the time, not that I did not want to. I did not have the time to do this because besides that I was just selling the amount that I sell in a year on Amazon in a week, in a weekend, or sometimes just in one day, depending if I already had bookings and pre-ordered already waiting. And no, I'm not overemphasizing, I'm not exaggerating. If you are my client, my regular clients, you know that this is what the true essence of. So you did not get all this fancy packaging. You didn't even get a box. You only got was these bottles. Yes, if you do know. And you didn't even get a roll-on. The roll-on took me about 2 years of research to get the perfect, soft, managing roll-on that does not pull, does not, you know, I'm not really happy with this package. That does not pull and does not pinch, especially pinch. There's a lot of roll-on, I don't know if you have noticed, but they pinch your skin. Well, if they pinch your skin, they do a little bit of bruising underneath there. They can, you know, you're causing damage instead of relief. So this is one of the things that I were looking for the roll-on to make sure it did not do that. I did not want to put a roll-on. Not only that it needed to be refillable, because I did not want to sell just roll-on and cost a fortune. That's why you have the refillable bottles like this one. So by the mill is extremely, you know, you're looking at basically 100 mils here, and you can for 120, and you can refill that 15 mil roll-on, this roll-on right here. You know, at least think about it, at least 5 to 6 times, if not more, depending on how much you fill it. And yeah, so as you can see, this is basically the package. I'm not really satisfied with this side here. I'm going to remake it. That's supposed to be at the bottom, and too much tape around here. But nevertheless, this is basically what it looks like, or the procedure, not what it looks like, the procedure that I have to go through. Yeah, I'm going to definitely cut this up again and redo it because, yeah, it's just driving me crazy. I want something beautiful to look at. Yeah, so this is what I do. Sometimes I redo them, like I'm redoing it now, to get it as perfect as I could possibly can. I have many different size of bags. Maybe I'm going to try a different type of size of bag. But I hope that I've answered some questions. I'm going to remake this one right here because I need to have it perfect. Even if it's going to take me a while to do it. So in every one of my bottles, there's a lot of love. I think if I actually open it and use it as wrapping paper, it will actually work way better. Okay, so I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to try to make a beautiful package out of these. And you will find these two now available as soon as I'm able to ship them on Amazon. And these will be the only two packages available. Okay. Oh yeah, much better this way. Okay, so I'll get back to you and I'll show you how I do the roll-ons and the other kits. Thank you for listening.